Welcome to this new Visual Basic lesson. In today's lesson, we will cover the topic of the do until loop. I have the previous project open, the do while loop project open. What I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the button, press Ctrl C, Ctrl V to copy paste, drag this little down, then come to the text property and say do until loop. I'm gonna scroll down to the name property and set it to btn do until loop. Okay, I'm gonna come back here, double click the do until loop button control to create click event and start working on my do until loop. So basically, as we have learned from the previous lessons, the purpose of loops in Visual Basic is to make a statement or a block of statement repeats certain number of times. The do until loop syntax is very similar to the do while loop. So the do until loop syntax is as follow. I say dim int counter as integer equals 0. I'm going to start with 0. This time I'm going to set my counter variable to 0. Then I'm going to say do until int counter equals 5. Okay, now I'm gonna display a message box saying message box that show, and I'm gonna display a text to or a message to the user. I'm gonna say the counter is I'm gonna add percent and I say int counter. Okay, and as we have learned from the previous lesson, we need to increment the loop. So I'm gonna say int counter plus equals 1. So basically we're taking one step forward. Okay, we're gonna loop one step forward, and you can do it backward as well. Now let's explain this code. Basically, the do until loop will continue looping until the int counter, this one here, equals to 5. In other words, this loop will terminate when the statement here evaluates to true. So if the int counter reaches 5, the loop will stop looping and exit. Alright, let's try this example here. Let's run it. I'm gonna click the do until loop button, and here it starts from 0 because we set the counter or the starting point at 0. Alright, and let's see where it's gonna take us to. Alright, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's gonna exit. Yes, it exits before the loop reaches 5, because that's what we told it. We said if it is 5, you need to exit, meaning you cannot reach number 5. So if we want to show the number 5, we do the following. We come here and we put greater than 5 now, meaning it's gonna reach 5, but it cannot go beyond 5. But in the earlier example, it cannot reach 5. That's the difference between the two. Okay, the two examples. All right, I'm gonna click again the start button and bring this here, and 0, that's our starting point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's going to exit. I'm gonna click OK again, and as you can see, the loop is terminated. And this is basically how we use the do until loop in Visual Basic. And with this, we come to the end of this lesson. I thank you for watching, and you have a good day.